Hello guys, this is What If Naruto ate the Quake with food. This is not the 50k subs. This is from my head, of course, and I just got it like ASAP. My friend helped me. So if you want to join my Discord link, it's I's server. There's about 9 people, or I don't know, 9 plus 3, whatever. Now let's go. This is What If Naruto ate the Quake with food. Everything in the Naruto's attack go the same. And everything goes the same until Naruto was 4, where Hiruzen took him and started to take care of him until he was 4 and give him an apartment. Naruto has been living on his own, and Hiruzen has been giving him money every week, every end of the week. He could not take care of Naruto because he had too much work, and he would know that Naruto would be bored. Naruto wasn't very smart those days. And people took advantage of that because Danzo, or certain somebody, told them that Naruto was the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki. If you're wondering what I mean by taking advantage, it's because nobody trained Naruto and they told the academy people not to tell him anything, but he did not join the academy yet, so yeah. So people started forcing him like the council. When Naruto joins the academy or gets that, they should not teach him anything. That's how they do it because they hate Naruto. That's why he's so much hated and all of that. So and then they started doing the beating routine at night where the Hokage can't be there and can't see. When Naruto always goes to get food. They came and tried to beat him. And they did successfully. Time skip to the what is it called again? The academy. Naruto enters the academy and he sees a boy known as Sasuke Uchiha and a girl known as Sakura Haruno. He doesn't know their names, but Iruka comes in and tells him their names, all of their names. Naruto tries to get near Sasuke. Sasuke doesn't think much of it. So he says his name too and becomes friends with Naruto. While Sakura was just fangirling up on her and always hated Naruto because he got too close to Sasuke-kun that you always say. I don't really care if Sakura is trash. I'm just gonna do this because I don't really care. And for that, Sakura's hatred for Naruto grew. So yeah, sorry for Sakura's fan. And after her hatred grew, she tried to do every prank on Naruto every day. But it never worked. Sasuke here was Naruto's best friend. When Sakura tried anything bad or did call him a demon or anything, she always said, "Shut up, you whatever her name is." I don't know what Sasuke would call her, so I'm just going to say that. But Sasuke did not know why they always call Naruto a demon. Like every time he goes Naruto somewhere, everyone just glares at Naruto. But when everyone just glares at him with happiness at Sasuke. Until the Uchiha massacre happens. Sasuke did become a little emo. A lot emo. The same emo as in canon, but a little bit not to Naruto. Because he knew that Naruto didn't have parents. Because Naruto told him about his life. About how all of that happened. And Sasuke kind of felt bad for Naruto. Because he had a family and everything, and he met his family. And for that, when the Uchiha massacre happened, he was a little soft to Naruto. Not like too soft. You could say like in the what is it called again? When Naruto learned how to climb trees with Sasuke, where he helped him get up and all of that. But 5 times better. You could say they were not enemy or friends. In the middle. I don't know how to explain that. Now, time skip to when everyone got to class. Uruka Sensei came in and said, "Today's gonna be a graduation test." And he said, everyone needs to do a shadow clone jutsu. Not a shadow clone, a clone. It does not have to be a shadow clone because they don't know shadow clone yet. It's a S rank jutsu. And then he said, everyone in the class come up. And then everyone did. And it started with all the class. And it went to Hinata next. She did it well. Then it was Naruto next, who flunked it. He was grinding his teeth while he flunked it. He thought, why? Am I going to fail? No. I've been doing that too much. And Iruka said, Naruto, you fail. But then Mitsuki, after school, Mitsuki came into Naruto and confronted him. Not confronted him. When he told Naruto that if he steals a scroll of sealing, Iruka will let him pass and give it to him. And give it to Mitsuki. Naruto did that and went at night and stole the scroll of sealings. When he saw the scroll of sealings, when he entered the Hokage's office and saw the scroll of sealings, he saw another scroll. He saw another scroll that had his name on it. Naruto was interested, so he took it. But before that, before he took the scroll or he entered the thing, he had to make the Hokage fall asleep. So he used the sexy jutsu, you could say, and he used it on the Hokage, and the Hokage passed out. So then Naruto read the scroll about his parents and his flying Raijin. He was not mad at the third Hokage because he knew that the third Hokage had a lot of paperwork, and he still took care of him. And he still cared about him, so he called him old man. That's why he called him old man. When he learned that, Naruto began to cry. But he still didn't know what Mitsuki said because he wasn't still smart enough to know what he meant by Mitsuki said, bring the thing, scroll of sealing. This head, what if it's becoming clutch? And then Naruto just put the scroll back and rolled it up in every which way and put it back. And Naruto took the scroll of sealing. But he did write out all the jutsu first and put it in his house. And went to his house, then he went and took the scroll of sealing. And wrote some of the jutsu. Or all of them, all of the jutsus in his book. He didn't know how to do it. So yeah. But there was a letter that I will not tell you about that Naruto read. I'll probably tell you after this arc happens. So yeah, it's an extremely important letter. So and then after that, the Hokage didn't know about this. So yeah, he didn't obviously know. So Naruto went everywhere. Naruto went to give the scroll to Mitsuki. And then Mitsuki told him. And then when Naruto started to train on the kanji bonjutsu. Kanji bojutsu shin. Whatever. And after that, he learned that Mitsuki came. Yo, you want to know why? I'm going to tell y'all why why I made Naruto have the Kinji Bushin than anything else, because he wrote everything down. So that means, and plus his chakra natures are not very good to learn anything more else. Like his chakra is too powerful and he doesn't know his chakra nature and he hasn't trained with them. I'm not trying to make him like too I'm not talking about too OP, I'm talking about like too low. Like too low. Because he hasn't learned how to control his chakra yet, so he can't do a fireball. That's why Naruto could only learn one jutsu. And then Mitsuki came, and Iruka came in, and he said, Naruto, so this is where you have been. Naruto said, haha, Iruka-sensei, you caught me. Iruka then saw that Naruto had marks on his face and thought, so has he been training all day with the scroll? No. Naruto's not that smart to think about that. So who must have told him? Naruto, who told you to get the scroll of seedlings? It's Mitsuki Sensei. And Uruka was shocked. He says, Mitsuki Sensei? Mitsuki? And he said, and Naruto said, yeah, he told me all of this. And then Mitsuki came in with a scythe, not a scythe, a shuriken on his back and said, Naruto, I see you found it. Now give it to me. And I'm not going to do an impression. And Naruto was about to give him to him, but then Iruka told him no. And then after that, Naruto didn't stop because he didn't know which one to pick. Neither did he run then. Mitsuki threw a shuriken at him. Naruto couldn't dodge or do anything because he couldn't do the Shadow Clone Blow Jutsu. You had to do it once at least. With the nine toes, the chakra, you could say. Uruka came in the way, and Naruto asked why. And Uruka explained everything about him, how his story, how he used to be a clown because he had no parents, and all of that. Well, every night he always cried in his bed. And Mitsuki started saying that Naruto is a nine-tailed Jinchuriki. That's why everyone hates you. Naruto was kind of pissed, but he didn't know which one to trust. And then Mitsuki said the last thing that Naruto shocked him to his core. Naruto, Uruka hates you because you're the person that killed his family and his mother and father. Mitsuki said, no. And then, Iruka said, no. And Iruka tried to stop Naruto from leaving. But Naruto just left. And Mitsuki said, when Naruto runs, he never is going to change his mind, so he might leave the village. And Iruka said, no. And then he started screaming. Then he tried to throw the shuriken back because he was pissed. But it didn't do anything, and he just got swatted. But then, when Naruto was going, the third Hokage was watching this and thinking about the nine tails getting released. Naruto was still thinking, why while the nine tails power was leaking. He almost gained a cloak, but he was in the middle. Like, you know how he gained his head once he was fighting Haku when Haku threw the senbons at Naruto? Yeah. Naruto then went to stop, and then Mitsuki came in back and said, give me this girl, And then Naruto knew that it was Mitsuki because his sense of smell increased because he had the nine tails power, and his sense of smell increased. Okay, guys, I just added a new power. This nine tails increases the ability capable of. So yeah, he smelled it, a scent of Mitsuki, like a hiding clone. Like Mitsuki, like Iruka is on top and Mitsuki is on bottom. So just imagine standing up. So Iruka is in front of Mitsuki. So yeah. And then it had a shaded color. You could say that Naruto could feel. I cannot explain the sensation. So yeah. But Naruto still beat Mitsuki, but not beat him. He kicked Mitsuki. And then after he kicked Mitsuki, Mitsuki tried to kill him, but then Iruka had his last strength and got in the way and got kicked into a wall. What is it called? A tree. And Naruto went to hide behind a tree. And Iruka said everything about Naruto, and Naruto got pissed, and the one-tailed chakra cloak leaked out. The Kurama inside his mind was saying, yes, boy, take my power so I can get out of these seals. Yes, the damn fourth Hokage. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't do that expression. I'm sorry if I sound like kind of dead because okay, why did I say come? Yo, just ignore that. Please don't demonetize me. Okay, the Nine Tails. The Nine Tails were thinking that, but then back to the real world. Mitsuki was scared because of the Nine Tails chakra, and he started calling Naruto demons. But then Naruto went in front of him. He still had conscience because he was fighting for somebody to protect. It's like one for all. One for all is that if you have a will to keep up, the quirk cannot be stolen. So your willpower has to be stronger than your enemy. So Naruto's willpower was strong to save Iruka, so he had full control over the One Tails. I'm making pretty OP. The next one's gonna be OP, guys. Like OP. I'm not kidding. Y'all just wanna make this OP. I'm not even sure if I should debate to put. I should put a poll about. Y'all just see which one should I do next. You should tell me in my head. Then I'm gonna do in the 50K subscribers in my head or I find it in a book. It's what if Naruto or what if Natsu was raised by different dragons? Why different dragon? It was a dragon, the death god, the dragon death god. Or you wanna do what if Naruto had all the anime's powers? That's gonna take me 1 week, one full whole entire week to do as a 50K special. 50 sub special. So either pick two guys in the comments, or I'm gonna put a poll for which one. Because I got a friend. His name is Maury. You can check his channel. He's a good guy. Who's gonna help me doing the script because I cannot write that. I'm probably gonna do a one whole entire 7 minutes to write that. And the Naruto, what if Naruto's Gojo? I can do it. I can post that one. What if Naruto's Gojo part 2? But I'm going to have to rewatch it and learn where I ended off. Now let's continue. Wait, where is I? Naruto. Oh yeah. Naruto came in the way when Mitsuki was about to kill him. And he did a shadow clone jutsu that summoned over 1,000,000 because his chakra got boosted and he had extremely large chakra amounts. And it was too much for Mitsuki. He might have died. But he was on his deathbed. But then some ninjas came in and was able to take him away. But because the Hokage told him not to interfere, but just take Mitsuki in a cell and just go. Just go in and take him in and go. And then they left. But then Naruto said, wait, Iruka Sensei. They still left without a clue. But Naruto didn't know. But the Hokage knew what Iruka Sensei wanted to do. And then everything went the same canon when Iruka said, Naruto, come here. And Naruto came and said, Iruka Sensei, are you okay? Are you okay? Is there any injuries? And Sensei said, no. It's okay, Naruto. Thank you for saving my life. I owe you one. Naruto was kind of happy that his sensei acknowledged him out of everybody. And the ramen guy. He had 2 people or 3 people who acknowledged him. Or mostly 4. 5. The Hokage, Ayame, ramen shop guy, and Sasuke Uchiha, and the Iruka Sensei. That's all. Sasuke did acknowledge him, so yeah. Naruto does not have a grudge with Sasuke because he knows what Sasuke went through, because Sasuke was crying on Naruto's shoulder. Because Naruto heard from the villagers that Sasuke was in the hospital. So Naruto went there, and he saw Sasuke laying in his bed, sleeping. And the people try to get him away from him, but Naruto did not even care. He just beat them up. And they were shocked because that's the first time that Naruto beating them up. And they tried to say that the demon is controlling him. Or the demon is getting too much power. But they didn't see any uncured features. So they just thought that he just learned how to fight and he's getting too stronger, so he need to get strong. But they did not even get strong. They just forgot about it. And he went to Sasuke's bed and told him, and wait for about the whole entire night until Sasuke woke up and saw Naruto beside him and just smiled. But then he remembered everything and started crying. Naruto woke up and went near Sasuke and hugged him. This is not a Naruto Sasuke shift, okay? A friend brotherly. It's like a brotherly friendship. And he went to there and he hugged Sasuke. And Sasuke cried on his shoulder the whole entire time. To like that. So yeah. And that was before, like his thing was like that way. So and then he thought he wrote Naruto as in good list on his good list. He acted like Naruto was in the middle, but he did not love Naruto. He thought of him as his brother because he was so nice to him when he needed somebody the most. He was the only one who was there for him. So he wanted to help Naruto no matter what, but in secrecy. That is all. Now that's a flashback that we just finished. Now let's go back and continue. Everything went by the same, but Naruto went back to his home to get ready for the next day because he got his thing. This is where something gets spicy. Naruto went and because he didn't read the scroll, he wrote it down without even reading it because he didn't know what it meant. He just wrote it down. If you don't know what I mean, it's like let's just say he had a copy jutsu. Not copying jutsu, but copying papers. A jutsu like that because I don't know how to explain it. And that's gonna be a good thing in the future. Flashback how he learned it in the Forest of Death. This is the thing that I did not tell y'all. In the Forest of Death, not in the Forest of Death, where Naruto was and Mitsuki. Naruto was able to learn one jutsu in the Sacred Scroll of Sealing. It was known as the copy. It does not copy like everything, every jutsu. It only copies the one that your body can handle. You know where this is going. And it can copy even pictures. I know I'm making him too OP. I love it. Flashback ends. So he just copied, not like writing it down. It just like makes a duplicate. Like a duplicate. It can duplicate it. It's like how let's just say this. Let me show you. If you just write it down, if you write something down right, and then you just put your hands on top of it, it copies the whole entire word. And then you put it in another scroll, and then it just puts all those words inside the other scroll, the one that you copied into the other one. So it's basically rewrite, but without rewriting anything. So Naruto didn't know. He just went and did everything. Flashback ends. Naruto started reading the scroll. It said, "Dear Naruto, I know that I'm not here to protect you. And I was not here for you. Well, because I am the fourth Hokage. I loved you so much. Me and your mother loved you so much. But we couldn't protect you because we had to protect the village. From a masked man who was controlling the Nine Tails to destroy their village. So please do not blame the Nine Tails for what the masked man did. I wish you good luck, son." And then Naruto started crying because of that. Naruto then, while crying, read the next one from Kushina. "Hello, Naruto. If you're reading this must be that I am dead and Minato. I am sorry that we died. and we couldn't be with you to see you grow up into a young and beautiful boy. Please do not go into slut people like slut girls. Slut girls, I'm not trying to offend, and do not be something like those gay people. It said with a big mark. You know how they make it big, like letters big? I'm not trying to offend anybody. Sorry if I am. And then it ended, and it said, "Please do not eat ramen too much because I know that's an addiction for me. If you get it. So please eat healthy and stay strong." Naruto was, while crying, was reading this, and the paper got soggy, but oh well. Minato told him before it ended. Kushina said, and Minato, if you check the scroll that Minato sent, there was a secret inside of there that only you know. If you just put your hand on it and try to pump chakra, like how you make something about a shuttle clone or anything like that, or a water walking. Naruto didn't know what water walking was, but he just knew that he just read it and knew that it meant walking on water. He didn't know how people do it because he wasn't very smart. So yeah, like that. And he went back to the scroll and tried pumping chakra, but he couldn't. But then he tried so hard that he passed out because his chakra coils were not ready yet. He could do a simple shadow clone because of the Nine Tails power, but he was not ready yet. He went to his mindscape, and the Nine Tails was there just looking at him. And then Naruto entered. The Nine Tails opened his eyes and said, "Brat, why are you here?" Naruto got scared and said, What is happening, Mr. Fox?" And Kurama said, "Brat, don't you dare call me Mr. Fox." And Naruto got even scared and said, what should I call you then?" And the Nine-Tails Fox didn't know because he was the first person to ask him what his name is. And he said, "QB." Naruto didn't know what the QB means, but he knew the Nine-Tails. Because he heard stories, but he doesn't know what the QB means. And Naruto just said, "Okay, QB, can you help me pump chakra into my hands to open that scroll?" And the QB said, "Why should I help you?" "Well, because, I don't know." And the QB started laughing. Haha. "Me, the mighty Nine-Tails, help you?" Naruto, when he heard the Nine-Tails name, he suddenly got a shocked face. "What? Nine-Tails?" And the QB thought that he would be like the rest. The people when they look at him, they just think that he's just a demon or a monster. But Naruto was not the same. Naruto just stood his ground down because he remembered that what Minato said. But the Nine-Tails didn't know what Minato said, and he didn't read it because he was asleep and he wasn't checking on Naruto. So Naruto just went near him because in the note it said, "And the QB's nice person, so please do not try anything. And his name is Kurama." And Naruto knew that his name was Kurama because it said that the Nine-Tails' name is Kurama. And the QB said that his name was Nine-Tails. So he just called him Kurama. And the QB said, "How do you know that name, boy?" And he said that his father's scroll left him. And he thought about Kushina because Kushina was the only one who knew about it. And was the only nicest person to him. And that's how she got the name Red of Death. She was known as a special Kage level fighter. But sometimes she got weak. She got weak after birth. When they try to birth, or when they start birthing, they become weak. Like you could say, like a academy student, they can't walk well or anything like that. So yeah, they can walk well, but they can't jump on trees. That's what I mean. And he started to think that Naruto was not that bad, but he still acted like a grumpy old fox. I just want to go to and just want to go and touch the cubies for a while. And then after that, he said, "Fine, kid." And not before Naruto could say anything, the QB took him out of his mindscape and Naruto just woke up and said, "Whoa, what happened?" And then the QB started talking in Naruto's mind. He said, "Hey," and then Naruto said, "Who are you?" And the QB said, "I'm Kurama, the one that you just talked to." Naruto said, "Oh yeah, that guy, that big fox. How can you talk in my mind?" And Kurama said, "This you don't have to know about that. That's complicated, and you're dumb too." And Naruto said, "Hey, I am not dumb. I'm smarter than you." And the Naruto just started to chuckle. Naruto said, "What you chuckling about?" And the Naruto thought about this, that he had Kushina's side and Minato's side a lot. But Kushina's side, a little bit. That's why you heard my voice was not that high, because he had a little bit of, was not that high, it was low. It was like Minato was kind of nice. He was nice, actually. At least I didn't bring Mama in here in the media. Oh well. And then he said, "I'll give you red chakra in your head." And then Naruto saw red chakra in his hand and he said, "Whoa, what is this?" It's known as a red chakra. You could say the Nine Tails power. So yeah. Naruto said, "Why do people call you the Nine Tails?" And the Nine Tails explained his story about everything. And Naruto felt sad for him. And the Naruto just said, "Okay, kid, let's go." And then Naruto put his chakra in it, and then the paper, and then it said, "Hello, Naruto. If you're reading this, it means I'm probably dead and everything. So I'm here to tell you about the Namikaze in Uzumaki residence. It's actually under your apartment because we used to live in this apartment. We never told anybody because they thought that we lived in the Uzumaki and Namikaze residence. We did. So yeah." And he said that there's only 3 ways to get there, to the Uzumaki residence, and it's under this house. And that will teach you all my jutsus, and it will give you a legendary sword, your mom's sword. It's known as the Uzumakiest best sword and the legendariest. Everyone wanted to grasp their hands on it, so that's why the Uzumaki clan was destroyed, and because it was known as the powerfulest clan in the world. I'm just gonna say in this one because y'all don't even know, like, the clan leader of the Uzumaki clan was OP. Like, you know that Minato can just summon one death fox? One Reaper Death Seal and just die. But that guy just summoned like 5 of them and just could kill the whole entire army of them. It does not have to be 5 people to just kill him. He could just put the fox on, a special fox, and he couldn't die. I'm not sure. There might be because the Uzumaki's hair turns white once they go old. So that's why. So he's probably used it too much, and it gives him, like, his life force starts to leave his body. So I'm just gonna say that. And that's how he died. And he fought Hashirama and Madara, and both beated them, and Tobirama. So people thought it was OP and started to erase everything about the Uzumaki clan because they wanted people to think that the Uchiha was the best, or Namikaze, because the Namikaze was smart. And it said in the note, after that, it said that, "Naruto, you haven't awakened your Namikaze blood and Uzumaki, because you're just running like a normal one. Every Namikaze has to go through the process to awaken their blood and power, like their Kekkei Genkai. Like the Uchiha has a Sharingan, and when they go through mixed emotion, they have an eye. So yeah, guys. Naruto felt like he was talking to his dad, and there's one thing that they could do, and they could do the Uzumakis. Mostly the Namakazes. We don't know, but I'm just gonna make the Namakaze Genkai. I'm just gonna make it up. They have 5. People didn't know about that, but they knew that they had different types of Kekkei Genkai. They didn't know what it was, and in total. So Naruto finished reading the scroll, and it said that the only way to get down to the Namikaze and Uzumaki Pass and Uzumaki Whirlpool Village was to click your feet 2 times down on the floor, and then click your hands up to a wall. You have to do it near a wall at the front door. Click your feet 2 times, Then tap the door. Now that should be it. Naruto did that, and then a tube dropped him down, and Naruto was screaming, "Ah! Ah!" until he got down there, and the tube closed. Naruto got scared because he didn't know what happened, but he was brave because he knew that this must have been his dad's works. But it wasn't. Because they didn't have that much technology to know that. That's what Kurama said to Naruto. So it must have been a hidden somebody doing that. They wrote the last part on the Hokage scroll. So and then Naruto started walking, and then he saw like a portal. And he went inside that portal. And then that portal led to a place. The One Piece world. This is where he's gonna get the quake fruit, because I don't want to do anything like that. It's after Whitebeard died after the fight with the armies. I don't remember One Piece very well, so I'm just gonna make it up. Yeah. And what's his name again? Luffy's brother died. He's not technically brother like that. And he went there, and he was in Luffy's crew. He was in Luffy's ship. They didn't know it until Usopp saw him and said, "Who are you? Why are you in this ship? Are you an intruder or not?" Said, What is happening?" And Usopp captured him and put him in the place. And he called the whole entire crew, and they came and asked Naruto questions. Before that happens, he first went to Zoro and said, "Zoro, we got a person here. Come and catch him. Come, let's go and interrogate him." Zoro said, "Ugh, I'm doing my training. What you need?" And he did that to all of them, because all of them were training. Because they thought that they were too weak. Because they couldn't even stop a fight from happening. So that's what they thought. And then after that, they went there and saw Naruto, who were kind of confusing close to them, or kind of mysterious. And they started asking questions. Where was he from? And he said that he just saw a circling thing. He didn't know what a portal is. He just saw a circling thing. And then he just went through it. And then he got here. But one of them knew where it was. It was actually, Nami, because she found a book about it. She was collecting treasures and found something known as a portal. And she said a portal. A portal is like something that is like that gives you to another dimension. And they said, "What's a dimension?" And she started explaining dimensions. And they said that this is not the only dimension. There's a lot of strong people from different dimensions. And they asked, "How do you know this?" They said that Nami said, "Because I was going on this hunt for some money or jewelry or treasure." Yeah, treasure. And then when I got there, I took the treasure, and then when I opened it, I saw a scroll that said about all of those. And I was shocked, and all of the crews were shocked at what she just said. Naruto then said, "So that's what it is. Now, how do I get back home?" And said, "We don't know." but it said in the scroll that you must accomplish something to go back to your world. That's my brother waking up. Yo, make sure you pack. And let me see how long this has been. And Nami released them and said about them and said that he's not a bad guy, you could say, because she read a scroll about ninjas. And she didn't tell him until she took a scroll from her pockets. Let's just say she has pockets. Yeah, pockets. Yeah. you know. Pockets. And she gave it to them. And they read it out loud. Zoro read it out loud. And it said everything about ninjas. And they said, so you're those ninja stuff. Are you those ninjas who kill, or are you the good ones? And Naruto said, well, I'm a good ninja. I haven't done everything. And Naruto told them about his life. And they were sad because he had a sad life than all of them. And they decided each one of them to train him. Sanji in cooking and kicking. The training started, and it took months and months. He learned everything about each and every one of them. And then there was an attack. The attack took all of their lives, but each one of them had a devil fruit. What is it called again? Flashback. Nami, Luffy asked. Yes? Nami said, come here, I found all of these fruits. What should we do? They looked kind of weird again. And Luffy thought about devil fruits because the last fruit that he ate was weird. And looked kind of weird. And he said, wait, Yami! The whole crew came, and because Luffy shouted a lot, and they shouted Nami, and they thought that Nami was in danger. And said, I think we found some devil fruits. And they all said, wait, what, really? And then they checked. Each one of them grabbed a random fruit and said, is this what a devil fruit is? Because it was the whole entire crew, okay? Let me show you. Whole crew. His whole entire crew. This is Luffy's whole entire crew. Just a better version. Whole entire crew, Luffy. They all, each and every one of them ate a fruit. Each one of them ate a fruit. Flashback ends. And the fruit gave them powers. Each different one of them gave them different powers. Sanji got the blue flames. Like Dabi. He can manipulate them, but he can manipulate them and make fire and everything like that so he can cook better. That's how they were cooked. Their cooking was better, and it was fried very well. Everything was tasting good because he didn't have to use fire, and he could absorb fire and shoot it out, and it had a little bit of lightning. you know. And he could absorb power. Not power, like he could absorb fire. Next one, let me just pull up the Luffy whole crew's powers because I don't know that. So Sanji's power was blue fire, and what I just said, okay. And this woman, I don't remember One Piece if she was in the thing, so well, let's just say she is. She had the power of Poseidon. She could manipulate water. And this guy, I can't do it. And the bone guy, I'm just going to add the photos so I can just show y'all a better pic. This bone guy had death manipulation and had stuff like Lucifer. Or Hades, Hades. And Luffy here. And it adds up the fruit. Like, whatever fruit they get, it just adds up. And Nami here let me just say Nami here. She got a weapon mastery power. And that's not all. She could make stuff like Urza. So yeah, please don't look at anything bad and don't think anything bad, you fuckers. Cause I know y'all just don't mind those or him stuff. It's a server, okay? Now it's Luffy's turn. He had a devil fruit, right? I'm trying to think of Luffy's devil fruit. He had the Jumbo Gum, whatever it's called. And he had one more power. Sanji's, let me just explain Sanji's before I get to Luffy. He could use it like the guy in Fairy Tail, the one who had blue flames? Let me show ya. Fairy Tail crew, the one that had blue flames. Let me show you. He has blue flames. Yeah. Oh well. Luffy had the golden power. Had Makrot's power. Zoro. Oh, don't get me started on this guy. He's gonna be OP. And this guy had shadow stuff and not light but shadow, okay? Just wanted to clear that up. Zoro had light and he could just put his light magic, not light magic, light stuff into his sword. Like the light fruit. Not light fruit, whatever. Mori know me. Oh well. And he had the power to change its appearance. And it makes him look better. Like completely better. If he changes to anybody, it's gonna make him look more hotter than them. And now Usopp. I know y'all don't like this guy, but oh, I like that guy. That guy's a goat. Usopp had the ability, almost like Luffy's ability to stretch, but he had a dragon ability. Like the dragon ability where he could turn into a dragon. Ugh. He could turn into a dragon, but he did not have a big nose. He looked better. And now, this guy, Chopper. He had cold, ice make, and what's his name again? Gray's brother's power. And the woman who taught them how to use it. And but he has Zeref's power too. Any dark power that he has, it has it. And I'm not gonna explain anything more powers. And this one, she has the power to just go. Her devil fruit increases everything about her power with a boost, like Issei's power. Yeah. And now him. I don't remember his name and I don't remember hers. I think that should give that guy his power gets stronger every day. Like Escanor, he can fly. Not fly. He gets like boosts at the night and morning boosts. And finally, this guy. I don't remember anymore. Wait, who is this guy? Oh yeah, that guy. And finally, that guy. That guy has the power of to see anywhere and to be able to fly without using his boost stuff. I forgot his name. And to be able to use I forgot his name. I forgot the power. I'm gonna make this a one shot. To be able to use, what's this called again? To be able to use, I forgot what it was called. I'm just gonna tell you if I remember it. Yep, and now this guy. Yeah, let's just say he has a power to fly. And now this guy. He can turn into anything and shapeshift. I'm not gonna remember all the powers, so I'm gonna try my best. Okay, I'm done with the whole crew. I should have wrote this down. Shh. Oh. So and then after that, let's continue. After they all died, I'm just gonna make this up. A fruit came up. A fruit came down, and the Marines didn't know what happened because a fruit does not come down. And the fruit came down, and it just came into Naruto's body. Naruto was pissed, so he used all of their powers together, and it shaked the earth until another fruit came out of the ground, or the water, you could say, because they were in sea. He did not lose his ability to swim. The fruit, and it landed on the ship. People tried to get it and try to steal it because they knew it was a quake fruit. And the only way for it to come, it was if you had a quake ability, or you had to have a strong will for it to come up to shore, because that is the only way, I could say. Let's just say that, for a devil fruit to come back. And all of them tried to get it, but then they couldn't. Everyone tried to eat it, but then, not everyone. One tried to eat it, and then it killed them, because he did not have the buffness. But Naruto did have the buffness of this, and he did not have the same height, but he had the buffness of him. Now, flashback. Naruto was walking around until he went into a cave and saw a big dragon with 7 orbs. He asked, What's your name? And the dragon said, I am Shenron. I used to be in the, where, let's just say, like Dragon Balls. If Dragon Ball Super and all of that is after this, like all of it ended. Dragon Ball ended and it went to about a billion years, and even years and years and years and years, where Zeno died and everyone. Okay, everyone just killed themselves. Let's just say that, because it was too boring. Let's just say that, or they had a battle to fight against the angels. Yeah, I saw this. What is it called? A game thing. I think this idea is not mine, that I'm just saying right now. This idea I'm about to say. A game thing where the angels were fighting the mother of all angels, and some angels turned back against him, and Goku was dead. Supposedly dead, but was imprisoned. So yeah. And was killed. So and then they went to kill Zeno, but then they didn't know that if you kill Zeno, whoever kills him and his friends will die. And then they died. Let's just say that. So yeah, and said you have only one wish, but that cannot be something too powerful. Life and death, nah, it has to be something like that. Naruto said, I wish I looked buffer and cuter. The dragon just looked at him weirdly, because he thought that Naruto wanted money. And then he just sighed and said, fine, boy, I'll give you a special gift with this. And he gave Naruto infinite money. And he left. He didn't want to say it to Naruto, but Naruto didn't know it. He just looked cuter and buffer. Let's just say, let me look for a photo. I just want to look for a photo without y'all seeing my history. This is my server thing. Yo, seriously, this water bottle kept on pissing me off. He looked like this. This water bottle kept on pissing me off completely. It was frozen. I just left there for one whole entire day, and it was frozen completely. I'm not going to reveal my house. Oh well. Now let's start. Naruto looked like this, and he went back to his crew, and they thought who they were. Naruto explained everything. Flashback ends. Naruto. Wait, which one is mine? Okay, Naruto. Then flashback ends, and Naruto then takes a fruit because when the guy ate it, it just killed him off and brought the fruit down. Naruto just ate the fruit, and then he just quake fruit them and just punched the whole entire place, where all of them were in a group puddle where they wanted to eat it. So and then in one side and Naruto was in the other side. He just punched it and it broke the ship. But then he remembered that everyone said once they all die or something like that. Or once Naruto gets a devil fruit, like any devil fruit, any even one, the portal will open again to where he was. Naruto ran back because the ship was about to crash. And Naruto went back down and ran so fast. But he got taught by everyone how to cook. Luffy taught him. This is a flashback. Luffy taught him how to cook. I mean, not Luffy. I mean, Sanji taught him how to cook and everything about them. And every power of the devil fruit. Because they knew this would happen because Nami explained it. But I didn't explain it to Naruto because he didn't want them to go seek revenge. To kill them, so yeah. And Naruto went inside the portal. And the portal closed. And it almost took Naruto's leg. But it didn't. Naruto then got out and went to his. And it was a time where everything not everything, I mean like everything was still going, like paused time. And then resumed. Everyone just went back to normal. Naruto didn't look buffer, and everyone kind of thought he looked cute. Some Leaf Gates guards tried to stop him because they didn't know who it was. And Naruto said, "I'm Naruto," and they said, "How are you, Naruto?" Naruto just left in the village and just came back. He went outside for strolling, and then Naruto said, "Well, I ate this fruit, and then it just made me look like this." And they said, I'll call this whole third Hokage first, so stay here. And he called the third Hokage, and the third Hokage came out of Vases. And the third Hokage said, "Who are you? You're not Naruto." And then it said, "Let's do a blood test then. If you are Naruto, but if you aren't, I'll just kill you in the spot." With a measurement suppressor. But Naruto didn't. Everyone in the whole entire village was laying down. While Naruto was just standing there like he didn't even give a fuck. Because the third Hokage had hockey. Y'all just don't know, like, Naruto's pressure is like, I mean, not Naruto's, like, the thing that about the Naruto verse, it's like their pressure is just like hockey, but there's not. It makes the people just, like, feel unconscious, like, want to fall unconscious, but hockey makes them just fall unconscious like that. So let's just say it's an evolution. The third Hokage found out a breakthrough when he was in his younger days. And he used it for once, and he thought, oh, he didn't kneel down or even fall down and lay. What is he? Who is he? Is it Naruto? Naruto said, "Hey, Gramps." And the third Hokage just took him to a blood thresh, and he said, "Naruto." And he said, "Naruto, my boy, how did you become this strong?" Naruto explained everything. Third Hokage was dumbfounded and thought that Naruto was going crazy. So he put him in a place where he doesn't go crazy or whatever. Naruto just sitting there all day until third Hokage put him out because Naruto wasn't crazy, acting crazy like they always do. So yeah, he just thought maybe he just lost his mind and then just came back. So yeah, because Naruto was heavily looking at. Naruto was just heavily watched out because they didn't want the Nine-Tails power to take over him. So yeah. And then the Hokage said, "Oh, you missed your team today. You didn't miss them, but you're late for class today. So go back to class." Naruto ran fast to class and got to class, and they announced a team and all of that. When he entered class, everyone looked at him because he was so cute. And Ruka came in and said everything about until he said, everyone who's present, and said Naruto. Naruto stand up, and everyone was shocked, even Ruka. But he wasn't that shocked because the third Hokage told him about Naruto's appearance. And he told everything, and then they went upstairs, and they said the same goal until Naruto said, "I want to become strong to protect the ones that I love." Because he almost got PTSD from what happened. Because even though he wasn't with them too long, it was because they treated him nice and everything. Sakura still hates Naruto, and she's debating if she still loves him. She loves him or hates him. Yeah, and I'm just gonna put a ship. I don't know what ship should I put, so I'm gonna do a thing. Wait, I don't even know how to make a loop. I'll just get from friends, okay? And I think I might end it after the bell test, okay? Sorry, guys. And Kakashi told him to explain everything. Then he told him, hey, look, guys, we're going to finish this. And please do not eat. Naruto knew he was lying because he became smarter from learning from Minami and everyone. They made him his smarts go up. And he became like let me just do a flashback. The whole team was going somewhere where they met up with the warlords, warlords, and the Mihawk, and Shanks was there, and Garp. They told him everything about them, and each one of them was shocked. All the warlords, yeah, all of them, and the Deep Sea King Emperor, whatever his name is. And they each decided to train Naruto because Nami read another scroll out of flashback. He said that once they die and everyone, like all of that, they each will die, and then a new era would start where everyone has died and devil fruit will go deceased. And you could say Naruto was in the past. I mean, not a past. I mean, yeah, a past. No, how do I say this? Yeah, a past before Dragon Ball started, so that it goes and starts at the thing like that. Let's just say like this had every anime in it like that, and Zeno was still there, but I'm not gonna spoil anything because Zeno's not gonna be in this, and all of that. And they trained him in all his strength and each their smarts, each and every one of them in your smarts, and he got Garp's personality, and Mihawk and Shanks. Some a little bit of Luffy's, some and a little bit of Zoro's. He got those 5. Let's just say he has. And what's his name again? This guy, I forgot his name. Yeah, he has this guy. He has like a split personality thing. And he's prideful, that's all. Because of this guy, he's prideful. Oh, Whitebeard, yeah, Whitebeard. He has a split personality. His normal personality is the one that I'm saying right now. I'll tell you once he gets a split personality. Now we're done with the time skip. We're done with the flashback. Now let's continue. Naruto was just walking around the village. And Sasuke just went up to him and said, "Dope, why do you look like this, and how did you get like this?" And one of Naruto's split personality took over and said, "Ugh, you piss me off. Get the fuck out of my way." It was actually Whitebeard, and said, "Don't you dare even stand up to me, you worthless thing." And then he just did Conqueror's Hanky and just, pss, and Sasuke just fell down because he didn't have much strength to even understand to his willpower. And Zoro took over and then just started walking like Zoro. They were still in Naruto's head because all of them died. Let's just say that. All of them died. Flashback. Do I have to explain this? Garp was going somewhere, but then he saw food, but then he didn't know that it was poisoned by one of the pirates, and he ate it, and then he was poisoned, and then each and every one of them, and Shanks too died. All of them. He had just had all of their personalities, just to say that. All the warlords and mostly Shanks and Mihawk, and he just done all of that. All of them just died, and I don't know way. Zoro killed Mihawk. Yeah, and Shanks died because, I don't know, somebody killed him. Oh yeah, the captain of the whole entire world, like the one who made Marines. I forgot his name. The one who made the Marines. Yeah, so that's his name. And now let's continue. And he just went back to his home. Everyone was looking at him weirdly because they didn't know that was Naruto. Because Sasuke already said dope, and they only know that one person who Sasuke calls dope. So yeah. Or they just thought, it must be a coincidence. And Naruto went to his home, and he did everything that he already did. He did the thing again, because he did not wander off. He just went to the thing because it was dark. But he remembered that something, and then he did everything that he did. Tap, 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 tap. And then after that, he got in, and the tube sent him down. But he couldn't see anything. He just saw flashback. When he was in his forehead, when he did that, he could only see a white portal. So he thought of what's going on, and then he just entered. Now, in the flashback, Naruto turned his hand into fire. Like, he cannot die because of death manipulation. His hand into fire where he had light, and then he saw some. And then he saw another portal. And then he entered it, but it wasn't like any anime portal in the future. He just entered it, and he got to the Uzumaki compound. It's like the flying thunder god, how Minato used it to the flying thunder god or whatever seal. It's used to get out of the Nine Tails attack. The Nine Tails Biju bomb out of the village or whatever he did. And he saw a woman there. And who is she? A cliffhanger.